Someone asks you for a favor. You say yes, even though your week is already full. A new opportunity appears. It sounds interesting, so you say yes to that too. A friend invites you to something you do not really want to attend. You say yes anyway because saying no feels uncomfortable. By the end of the week, you are exhausted. And somehow, none of your own goals moved forward at all. Most people believe the solution is better time management, a more detailed schedule, a faster way to do everything. But what if the real problem is not how you manage your time? What if it is what you agree to in the first place? Welcome back to Gentle Wisdom, where you learn English while becoming a better version of yourself. One story, one step at a time. Today we explore a skill that almost nobody teaches you. The skill of saying no. Not out of rudeness. Out of clarity. By the end of this video, you will understand why protecting your time is not selfish. It might be the most important thing you ever learn to do. Let's begin. Lesson 1: The Trap of the Good Opportunity. Here is something that rarely gets talked about. Most of the things that fill up your time are not bad. They are good. A good opportunity. A good cause. A good friend asking for a good favor. This is exactly what makes them so hard to say no to. Greg McKeown writes about this in a book called Essentialism, published in 2014. It has become one of the most influential books on focus and priorities, read by leaders and everyday people alike who feel stretched too thin. McKeown makes a simple but powerful point. If everything feels important, nothing actually is. When you say yes to every good opportunity, you leave no room for the great ones. Think about a closet that is completely full. Even if every single item inside it is nice, there is no room for anything new. Your time works the same way. If every hour is already filled with good things, there is no space left for something great. Saying no to the good protects the great. Research on decision-making suggests something interesting here. People who try to keep every option open often end up less satisfied, not more. Having too many good choices can be as tiring as having too few. Lesson 2: Why we struggle to say no. So why is saying no so difficult? Part of it is social. We want to be seen as helpful, reliable, and kind. Saying no can feel like disappointing someone. And disappointing people feels uncomfortable. Part of it is fear. What if this opportunity was the one that mattered? What if saying no closes a door we needed open? This fear is understandable. Nobody wants to miss the one chance that could have changed everything. But McKeown points out something important. Most opportunities that feel urgent are not actually rare. New ones appear constantly. What is rare is your time and energy to do any of them well. But here is what McKeown's research reveals. People who say yes to everything do not become more successful. They become more scattered. Their energy spreads so thin across so many things that nothing gets their full attention. In short, more commitments do not mean more achievement. Often they mean less. The person saying yes to 10 things is rarely better than the person who says yes to 2 things and finishes both well. Here is one way to test this today. Look at your calendar for next week. Circle one thing you agreed to but do not actually want to do. Ask yourself honestly, did I say yes because I wanted to? Or because saying no felt too uncomfortable? That question alone can change how you decide from now on. Here is another way to think about it. Every time you say yes to something, you are also saying no to something else. Maybe it is your rest. Maybe it is time with people you love. Maybe it is the one project that actually matters to you. Saying yes is never free. It always costs something. The question is simply whether you are choosing that cost on purpose or letting it happen by accident. Lesson 3: Myra and Nate. Think about two co-workers who are both offered new projects and requests almost every week. Myra says yes to almost everything. She wants to be seen as a team player. She takes on extra projects, extra meetings, extra favors. She is busy constantly. Nate takes a different approach. Before saying yes to anything, he asks himself one question. Does this align with my most important goal right now? If the answer is no, he says so politely but clearly. This does not mean Nate is unhelpful or cold. He still supports his co-workers, but he chooses carefully where his energy goes instead of giving a small piece of it to everyone. 1 year later, Myra is still busy. She has been part of a dozen different projects, but has not finished anything she is truly proud of. Nate said no far more often than Myra did. But the few things he said yes to, he finished completely. He built one skill deeply instead of touching 10 skills lightly. Myra still believes that saying yes shows she is a hard worker. But her manager has started to notice something. Nobody can name one thing Myra has truly mastered this year. Nate, on the other hand, has become known as the person who finishes what he starts. His no made room for a yes that actually counted. When a truly important project appeared later that year, Nate had the time and energy to take it on fully. Myra, still stretched across a dozen small commitments, could not. Same number of requests. Same year. A completely different outcome. The difference was not effort. It was focus. Saying no to the good protects the great. Lesson 4: How to say no without guilt. Saying no does not have to feel harsh. McKeown suggests thinking of it as trading a short-term discomfort for a long-term result. Here is a simple way to practice this. When someone asks you for something that does not fit your priorities, try saying, "I cannot commit to this right now, but thank you for thinking of me." This is clear, kind, and honest. It does not require a long explanation. Notice what this phrase does. It respects the other person. It respects your own time. And it leaves the door open without forcing you into something you cannot fully give yourself to. You do not owe anyone an apology for protecting your time. Every yes you give to something unimportant is a no you are quietly giving to something that matters more. This mattered. McKeown calls this the essentialist trade-off. You cannot have it all. But you can have what matters most if you are willing to let go of the rest. Think about your English learning journey. Many learners try to do everything at once. Grammar apps, vocabulary lists, listening practice, speaking clubs, all at the same time. It feels productive, but it often leads nowhere. Every time you say no to mindless scrolling, you are saying yes to 15 focused minutes of practice. Every time you protect your study time from distractions, you are choosing what truly matters. Every no to the unimportant is a yes to what matters most. Every boundary you set protects the person you are becoming. Every clear choice makes room for real progress. This does not mean saying no to everything. It means saying no on purpose so that your yes means something. A calendar full of commitments is not the same as a life full of meaning. So this week, choose one thing to say no to. Just one. Notice how it feels to protect your time instead of giving it away by default. Saying no to the good protects the great. You are becoming. Something has shifted in you today. The person who finishes this video is not quite the same as the one who started it. That shift is real. And it is yours to keep. If you enjoyed today's story, please like and subscribe. A new story arrives every day. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments too. Every choice shapes your life. Small habits, big results. And keep becoming. Study Corner, today's English notes. Welcome to the Study Corner. Let's review 3 useful words from today's story. The first word is essential. In the story, we heard the idea of essentialism, choosing what is truly essential. Essential means absolutely necessary. The most important part of something. For example, focus on the essential tasks, not every possible task. The next word is scattered. In the story we heard, they become more scattered. Scattered means spread out in many directions without focus. For example, her energy felt scattered across too many projects. The third word is align. In the story we heard, does this align with my most important goal right now? To align means to match or fit well with something else. For example, choose tasks that align with your true priorities. What was the most useful thing you learned today? Or is there anything you want to know more about? Share your thoughts in the comments. Small steps. Every day. You are doing well. See you tomorrow.